Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Woo. Sorry I'm late. Sorry if I'm a little tired. I had a girl working me for an hour today. I'm beat. Drained. I don't have much left in me. You know, the exertion is difficult, but the recovery period is the hardest part. She's putting weights on me. Had me do all sorts of things. She milked me dry. She had me doing some very interesting core exercises. Top, bottom, or both. At one point, she had me in like the downward facing dog. Can I demonstrate? You'd like that, wouldn't you? You little pervert.
Sponge just resubscribed.
You Sponge, thank you. I got no pulls out of this. We don't really need any more celestial tickets. I think we have like 3 of them. We've been gearing up for Frost Fang. Where are we? Still need 1 more silver pelt, huh? We might just do the Frost Fang. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, now I remember. 4! We have 4 tickets. Wow, okay. That's pretty good. V-Sponge, thank you. Very generous of you.
Sponge gifted a tier 1 sub to Fog_MP. They have given 202 gifts.
All right. I think we're just gonna fight it. I could finish up those Garuga legs, but I don't wanna. A lot of big news coming out, by the way. We saw information on the new Capcom game, newish Capcom game. It still doesn't have a release date. It's like Pikmin. Remember when they remade World, but they removed the Xeno'jiva hunt? Are we dogging on Persona right now? Stocks are looking good, by the way. Not that anyone asked. Nobody asked. That's okay. Did I play Dragon's Dogma 2? Why does everybody keep asking me that? Okay. There are 2 tiers of Capcom content creators. There's the tiers that get early access for a month to Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and they're the ones that get post-launch seasonal support for Exoprimal. What tier do you think I'm in? And mind you, I'm very flattered that you think I'm in either of those categories. I'm in the newsletter tier? Look, I got Capcom stock, okay? So even when I lose, hopefully I win. Stock's looking good, by the way. Ryozo's champion only gets Exoprimal. I hope they'll remember me for Monster Hunter Rise. Somebody on the Vindictus team reached out and asked me if I would be playing the new alpha. I was, flattered just that they thought to ask me anything. That was nice. Did I say yes? I was already planning on checking it out. So I said, yeah, I was checking it out anyways. I have not gotten a Dragon's Dogma 2 code yet. I would not get it 2 weeks ahead of time. I'll probably get a code 24 hours earlier. If we're lucky. Meanwhile, all the other content creators are like making extensive, full, completely spoiler-filled review guides for it. Oh well, that's the way it is. Do I think Rage Gaping is an early code? Probably. They're a lot better about that sort of thing in Europe. The US team, though, do post pictures of their pets, and they are very cute, so, you know, it's not nothing. If I get a code, can I tell you how it runs in the Steam Deck? If I'm allowed to. I would tell you. How was my day? It was very tiring. I'm very tired. I'm a real sleepy little guy. And I'm about to fight Frostfang Barryoth with, like, an ice dual blade, which is, like, not great. Ugh. Go in the Discord? You want me to peek my head into the Capcom Creator Discord? How many unread messages are there? 189 notifications that I've missed, including 121 announcements. Most recent information is on Monster Hunter Now. How long ago was the beef with Rage? I don't know. A year or two ago? It was like probably like 2 years ago. Something like that. Could have been longer. I can't remember. All right. Hopefully we don't die. You know, I kind of would have liked to have dash juice, but can't always get what you want, I guess. You got Monster Hunter Now finally got Zinogre. I mean, that's the nice thing about that game is, like, they could keep adding things to it for a long time, you know? This is going to be annoying to tenderize both of these arms. Miss the evasion. My temporal mantle. Will I make Asmongold my pawn? I mean, I'm okay with Asmongold. I'm not sure I'm like Asmongold's biggest fan. The Rat Alarm Clock has really... It's changed me, man. Are you gonna make an abomination again? I don't know, man. I haven't been thinking that hard about it. I guess maybe I should. The funny thing is, Dragon's Dogma 1 was released in a time where there were still people posting memes about, like, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And now there's time for people to start posting memes about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Scary. What if Biden dies before the election? Then democracy might actually be saved. And I hate to say that. I have no idea what claw got broken, by the way. I think it's the right one. What is he doing? That was a little scary. All right, unenraged. Maybe try and get one more. Get lucky. That one looks broken. Well, ginseng, thank you. It's got to be near perfect timing. Oh, I see that little dithering thing at the bottom of the screen, too. It's not you. Yeah, I don't know why it does that dithering. But I do see it. I don't think it's a graphic option I have either. We're going to drag him back to the little guys, and then we're going to put Pitfall Trap on him. I feel like little buddies didn't help us out too much this time. It's generally not that visible, though. Could be a setting I turned on or turned off. Could just be like Hoarfrost being weird. Oh, it's already tenderized. Nice. Did I bring bombs? I could have sworn I brought bombs. All right, well. How am I doing? I'm alive. And for that, I'm very happy. I think I had to drop them for something else. Physical therapy? She rode me for like an hour, man. She's great at what she does, but like... She's like, I'm gonna wear you out so we can see how you recover. No, there was nobody there getting massages today. It was everybody there was putting in the work. You're gonna walk right into that? No? Did it just unenrage? Ooh. I don't think he's ready yet. He's only dropped one pod. Ah, I was trying to get it before the enrage. I don't think he's ready, but he's definitely close. And we already got it dropped anyways. And we've got backups, so we may as well just use it. All right, he is ready. Okay. Good. Even with ice dual blades, this wasn't that bad. Trying to finish Baldur's Gate 3 before Dragon's Dogma 2. Sometimes you just gotta mainline it, you know? I was playing, what was I playing last night? Inscription, because it's on PS Plus. And, it's funny playing that game without a lot of friends because, like, I think there's a mechanic in the game that makes it hard and it's not there. When am I coming to India? Can I tell you, I think out of all the food in the world, Indian food might actually be my favorite. We only got one ticket, feels bad. Why is it so delicious? I'm working through it, Pikathulu. I don't want to go to spoilers, but I feel like I'm at that point in the game where like I'm basically speed running the game, just trying to figure out what I need to do next to get more lore dumps. Masters of Spice is so good. Like, it's gonna piss off some people, but like some of my favorite food in Japan was actually just Japanese, Indian restaurants in Japan. In my ideal end game dual blades build, would I include Marathon Runner or Constitution? I feel like Stamina Surge is better. Because they cook the spice. It's like American food is just like so bland, man. It's like so sad. Go to my local Indian buffet. I think they only do it like once a week. Hold on, let me look it up. I have time. Why do you make it sound like I'm retired, streamer? I'm not DSP. How much does he stream a week? I don't even think they have a buffet anymore. It says on their website the last time they had a buffet was like New Year's Day. American barbecue is flavorful. It's all right, but again, I'm going to piss some people off. Like, it's a little bit one note. You know, they do their thing and then like they're done. Here's the thing though, like there's no Indian restaurant in the United States where I could spend $3 and get a huge thing of naan, rice, and a curry dish. And that's what it is, man. I mean, it's like I can afford like $10 or whatever, but it's like I want to spend I want to spend the $3. We go for weakener here. There's pretty much any other real cuisine in the world has more flavor than American food. I guess British food feels like it's kind of mid too. Not hating on the Brits at all. But they're I just like why is everyone so broke if everything is so expensive? I got a master's in this. I have a master's in economics. I'm trying to figure this out, man. Where's all that money going? Canadian food the same as the US? I think you get a little bit more of a French influence there, so better. Some of it, at least. Not all of it, of course. Some of it. Don't I have dash juices somewhere? Am I high? America is scared of flavor, yourself included. I love all of my mac and cheese tendy loving boys, but it's like, I don't blame you. I blame everyone else for turning you out that way. You deserve better. Okay, that went pretty well. Now to do it again. We're going to use another voucher. It always makes me sad when I have to do this more than once. Jen is kind of that way. Jen doesn't really like things too flavorful. She says, I want to taste the meat. But I think that's because, like, she just has a very sensitive palate. She's got a very good sense of taste. And it can be very overwhelming. Like, things could actually end up over-seasoned for her. Not for me. Like, my sense of taste isn't... You know, I mean, I could hammer it. You just made Nutella marshmallows? Found the American. That would have been terrible. We got caught out. I know I'm making this look easy. I mean, I hope I don't have to remind everyone, like, Frost Fang was actually a nightmare for some people when it came out. This quest is still very dangerous. If you mess up, you just die. I don't like this. I don't like this! Got one. Woo! I've had Sazon in cooking before. I mean, I've tried almost every seasoning you'd find in the aisle somewhere at some point. But like I said, like, my wife has a bit of a sensitive palate. So you gotta be a little considerate. Oh! All right. At least we got the evasion. Go for the ride next? I think we go for the ride next. You like Asian food the best in your opinion? They're pretty peak, but I mean, Latin America goes pretty hard as well. Dude, almost got us, man. I don't care about the trip. I just want to get the arm break. Is that it? It's this leg, isn't it? All right, we got him. We got them both. Didn't mean to dive there. I mean, I did dive, but... Oh, perfect! He's already out. Yes! Maurizio, I love you! I've been calling him Maurizio. I don't know why. It's my little Peppino. I'm really not hitting my evasions. I am going to call him Maurizio on my next playthrough. Wait for it. Damn it. Robbed. Your little Peppino, my little cucumber? Yeah. Careful. Careful. Have I fought a Latrion yet? No, we are fighting Frost Fang so that we can get close to get ready for a Latrion. Don't love standing here? No! We apparently had exactly the right amount of health and defense. I thought that was it. My life was flashing before my eyes, man. It was like, just like the surprise vomit is what got me. He really took me by surprise. Oh, they're gonna get a turf war! Yes! Thank you. Woo! My heart! So scary. Please just give me the 2 tickets. Got the plug this run. Oh, that's got to be a one-shot with ranged weapons. I can't see it being anything but a one-shot. Why did he just give me 4 large wyvern gems? All I wanted was another ticket. We might be able to make it if we upgrade into it. I'd have to kill a couple Legianas. That's not bad. And a normal berry off. Well, the Legiana Plus, here's the thing. What is our HR? 36. That is kind of a lot of work. The funny thing is, Tobi-Kadachi doesn't even really get that much better. I guess the Thunder does something. The Affinity does something. To fight an Odo. And a Toby? No, those are modded. Just gotta... Just gotta do it, man. What are his legs like? Not amazing. It's just after that, like, my heart messing me up. As long as we stay defended, we should be okay. Commando Japolo, good evening. Well, I guess we don't need to use our vouchers anymore. We can hold on to those. Save it for a Latreon. Trying to think if there's anything I could drop for bombs. Voucher, I don't know exactly how it works, but it gives you slightly improved odds of getting more rewards. It does double your money. But it's probably something akin to, like, good luck. Very, almost negligible amount of extra rewards. But, you know, extra is extra, right? Dash juice helped that time. We have 2 sleep guys. We're going to get a bomb off, man. And we got attack boost. Okay, this is seeming okay. And we got the roar evasion. Am I got unlucky with the berry off? I got as unlucky as a person could get. This is the most number of times I've ever had to fight Frostfang in a hunt. In a run like this. There's no way. I was so worried he was just gonna go through the whole tunnel. Oh, good job, team. Moritz, you might want to get out of the way, bud. Damn it. Screwed up. Me around. Goddamn clutch claw! Don't, please. Alright, we're just gonna leave it. Gonna play the Elden Ring DLC on stream? Probably? I gotta make another character for a playthrough, though. Oh my god, it went to sleep again. I feel like I'm hacking. Yeah, Souls games more than a month after launch are pretty tough to stream with the sack beating. It is pretty bad, isn't it? But other than, like, Nihil guy and Melania, like, I never really had any bosses that took me more than, like, maybe 1 or 2 tries. I'm, like, baiting out this wallbang so hard. Like, I don't really need it that badly. Magic build is broken in Elden Ring? That's okay. They put it in the game. They want you to use it. That's how I feel about it. Fight all the bosses solo? I don't think I fought them all solo the first time through, no. But I fought Melania and Nihil solo. I didn't, like, summon other people to help me. Toxic trait is thinking Elden Ring isn't that hard? It can be hard if, like, you don't use any of the tools they give you, which is, like, a completely acceptable way of playing that game, right? If you think it's gonna be too easy. Did I use the summoning NPC? No, I used, like, the... what is that thing called? The little echoes? I use those guys a lot of times. But I never, like, summoned, like, people specifically. I don't know what that counts for you. Ashes. I use the ashes. The ashes were fun. You did pre-nerf Radon? I did too. I hate this trend of nerfing bosses. But the reality is the baby gamers will complain a lot more than the real gamers. No! What is that ledge? The thing is, I don't think it was a minority. It's like the majority of people, like, got mega filtered. The biggest crime in gaming is what happened to Wild Frost over the summer. Spring and summer. It's like people cry about Elatron. It's like the game gave you all the tools you needed. You thought Ash is cheesy? I mean, I wasn't necessarily using anything broken. I just had some skeleton boys. But, you know, all sorts of different ways to enjoy the game, right? Like, if I go through again, like, I'd want to use magic. Is magic broken? Yeah. But it's fun. Oh, he's sleeping again! Oh my god. Easiest Frost Fang ever. Well, the game must have felt bad because this is the most free Frost Fang we've ever had. I don't know, other than ship damage, that I had to heal at all. Stupid neo-vampire lady, she's really not that bad. You just got too horny. All the blood left your brain and went to your boner. If you just calm down and, like, slow the pace down, she's fine. See, see Path of the Goddess gameplay? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, like, Pikmin. Got a little Pikmin vibe to it. You did beat her? Oh, I'm sure you did. Fume, hello, good evening. The blood goes to your boner. Doesn't it make the blood harder for the vampire to obtain? Oh, they'll get there. Now we get 2 tickets. So we could make a piece of Frostfang armor? Huh. Maybe we'll make a piece. Make the slugger legs. Well, I would at least make the beta legs. Why is Fulgur Anjanath easier than regular? I don't know that that's true. But, I mean, if it is true for you, then you're probably just good at the video game. Applying for Elatreon dual blades. It entirely depends on what type of Elatreon we get. Garuga legs, I think, are just so much better. I'm not sure what they were cooking when they made the Garuga legs. They were cooking something. Yeah, if you had the upgraded Beatotus dual blades, you're gonna mess up Fulgur. Frostfang chest is good. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not significantly better than the Death Goron. With dual blades, with, you know, with Fulgur, as long as, yeah, you're sticking to his legs, you're fine. I don't even know how much crit eye we need. I'm somehow already over. That's good. Well, it is absolutely an excessive amount of weakness exploit. Or, of affinity. That's okay, though. We're gonna do the Guiding Lands first. We're gonna do Bear Off. We're going to walk around until we find a Baroth. Capcom event tomorrow, right? 6 p.m. Eastern time? They're calling it the Capcom update or something? I'm going to try and get on early to stream it. I don't want to break anyone's heart if I don't. There's a couple games. I mean, they're going to have Dragon's Dogma news. They're going to have Path of Yomi news. Let's see. Capcom update. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called the Highlights. Capcom Highlights. Hosted by Fighting Cowboy. Good for him. Day 1 is Kunitsugami, or Path of the Goddess, and Dragon's Dogma. We're going to watch that day. Day 2 is Street Fighter 6, Exoprimal, Monster Stories, and Monster Now. We will probably skip day 2. But we'll watch day 1. They're both at 6 p.m. Eastern. Oh, wait. Day 2 was on Monday? That's weird. I think I've got a doctor's appointment then. I think I've got my physical therapy that day. So I don't think I could watch it. Jokers, hello. What time tomorrow? 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. You can figure out everything else. Quick question, I got you, man. Does everyone calls it Titiyaku, or is it just you? I used to call him Mr. Yogurt. Should you get Taco Bell or Burger King? You know, that used to be an easy question. And now, like, Taco Bell thinks they're as good as Chipotle. So, you know, if you got coupons, maybe, but like the days of Taco Bell being like a cheap place to get food is like, it's gone, man. I'm not going to say something hurtful like Taco Bell doesn't care for its customers anymore, but like it doesn't feel like they care. They're just like in it for the money. And they don't even hire enough people. I distinctly remember I had chat with me. You guys were in my car going to a Taco Bell to order food and then being like, no. There was one guy there. He was like, I'm the only guy here and I can't do everything. I mean, McDonald's is still kind of okay. You can get 2 for $4 McDoubles. And they usually have a coupon that's pretty good. Free fries or something like that. One place to get mad about is Subway, man. You can't even get a... They turn the footlong into a cookie. I know now how all the old people felt. Like when they used to say stuff like, I remember when I could get like a coffee for a nickel. Crap like that. I get it. You know, $10 is the new $1. ProCow, the $1 Frito burrito is actually like democracy manifested. We're supposed to live in the land of plenty. If they want this whole like proto-postmodern capitalism thing to work, they're gonna have to figure out the $5 footlong. I gotta bang him again. Get over here so I can bang you. What's my opinion on the blindfold speedrun drama? My opinion is to shut the fuck up and come up with new material! It's been a month now! How about this? Tell me your opinion on this fucking challenge I've been doing, huh? Open up your goddamn mouth! I'm sick and tired of it! I got no part of it! Get a life, losers! Jesus Christ! You got nothing better to do with your life? We got Dragon's Dogma coming out. Focus your energy on something positive for once. Look, the first video on it, I get it. You found a Fang, you wanted to go into it. The second video on it, that's a bit much, but that's okay. There's like, it's like a new category on YouTube. There's more people turning into Alatron blindfold than there's people that are watching about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. You didn't know she was on Deal or No Deal? Joker's Playground, thank you, man. That makes me laugh. I get people like their drama. I understand. You like the runs? Hunting Run was really good. Thank you, Fume. I appreciate you. Hunting Run was so good. I will probably be streaming Breakers on Sunday again, Demetriously. We're going to try and do Sunday variety. Now, that being said, we're going into a high tide environment of variety soon. A lot of new games I want to play. Not saying that we're going to stop all of these Deathless runs, but once Dragon's Dogma comes out, you could expect that for at least a couple weeks. I expect nothing from Capcom in terms of like actual new, slightly remastered Monster Hunter games. So. We'll probably start Assassin, but there's like vocation switching, so. I think I gotta have like 2. Is there more than one assassin? Oops. You know, we can kill this Kulu. There's 0 assassin? Well, Strider, I guess, then. I don't know. No Strider? Okay, you're fucking with me. Thief? Alright, we'll do Thief then. I'm pissed. I will have you know, Shup, I am pleased to be put in the same category of Tyler 1. Well, I don't feel like we have the exact type of content. I argue he is one of the most entertaining and hardworking people on this platform. His chat does not deserve him. This platform doesn't deserve him. The guy could have been retired like 8 years ago. And he's got a baby on the way. He's still out there 8 hours a day, streaming to literal thousands of people that are... It'd be like, you could ask the CIA to devise some sort of like advanced torture technique to pump information out of like possible like enemy combatants. And I think even they would slow down before allowing somebody to be like full stream injected with Tyler 1's chat the way that he is. It's not right, man. He deserves so much better. Like, he's such a better content creator than what he gets. All I'm going to say is they're going to miss him when he's gone, and there'll never be anyone like him again. You haven't seen his chat? They're terrible to him. They are really terrible to him. They're just not nice. They don't appreciate him. No, don't. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to be Tyler 1. You've got actual insects bothering you. I'm not even a fan of League of Legends. Not really. But I still follow Tyler 1 and will watch him sometimes. Yeah, I should probably torch pod, shouldn't I? Oh, Gyros is here. Well, all right. No! Please! What are you doing? Question, do I not use the ghillie suit with help with farming in the guiding lands? Is this some sort of backseat toaster cart? What, you think you're safe because I haven't yelled at YouTube chat recently? Hey, quick question. It seems like you stink all the time, toaster cart. Do you ever think about using toilet paper or a bidet? You shut your fucking mouth! No one asked you for your opinion, YouTube chat! I've ever tried to play other games like Dota. You mean specifically like MOBAs? I'm not big into them. When they were all like StarCraft 2 custom maps, they were fun. But like to me, they're more fun as like a side thing and not like as an entire thing. What the fuck? What a great way that would have been to die. If I got up quickly or if I was paralyzed, that would have been unlucky. That would have been the true combo from hell. I think only within the context of it being this area of the Guiding Lands, or if you encounter him in the Hoarfrost. But yeah, his rocks will get properties based on the areas he's in. This is the sort of, all right, I'm going to get shut down by the FTC at some point, but this is exactly the sort of detail, like, this is why I'm invested in Capcom. Because, like, they care about putting weird little details like that in their game. No one would ever notice or care if they didn't do that. But there's somebody there that's like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if Banburo's rocks took on the properties of the environment he was in? Yeah, I guess, you know, when you think about it, they already had it all the way back with Devil Joe. There's no reason they wouldn't keep it forward in this game. I don't know if it's bones or ore I need for the elemental upgrade. I think it's bones. Yeah, Kushala Fire Tornado is another one. But it's like any other game, like, it wouldn't do that, and people would never notice or care. I'm pretty sure when Tigrex punches the icy ground, you see snowballs. There's enough time for them to make Joe eat his own tail. And that would be really funny. That's what they did with him. My Capcom investment bigger than the S&P. So through my retirement, I've got a bunch of money invested in a number of indexes. I don't think any one of them is specifically the S&P 500. No, my overall portfolio is obviously, it's more than just Capcom. But I got a pretty decent chunk invested in Capcom. It's over 2,000 shares. For nearly everyone, I'm not a financial advisor. Do not take this as financial advice. But for any normal person, I wouldn't recommend investing in individual stocks. It just doesn't make sense. You really got to have the stomach for it. A spy with Vanguard? I mean, that's smart. How will I be top of Wall Street bets if I don't lose your life savings on NVIDIA options? Who knows? I mean, they might be able to continue. I mean, they've gotten lucky 2 to 3 times in a row now, NVIDIA. Think how lucky they've been between cryptocurrency, AI, gaming before that, and still during that. It's wild. No, I'm not planning on putting any money in NVIDIA. When everybody is talking about investing in something, you've missed your opportunity. I mean, that's not necessarily true. Like, you could probably still invest in Amazon and do okay, but then, like, you got to be okay with actually investing money in a company that goes out of their way to abolish unions and potentially denies their employees' ability to have pee breaks. And I don't like that. That makes me feel bad. Capcom, on the other hand, like, the one bit of good news in gaming development history this entire year is giving all new hires, it's like something like a 25 or 50% pay raise. And they're giving all their existing hires, like, big bonuses. Give you a pay raise? I mean, serious question. I mean, since the pandemic, how many people have gotten a raise at their work? And has it been anything close to how much more expensive anything has gotten? Would I sell if they laid people off? I'd be sad about it. Hold on a second. You seem like a shit troll. Have I timed you out before? One mod comment. Potential ban evader. Oh, interesting. Account created 1 hour ago, following since 1 hour ago. Yep. God, how do I do it, guys? How am I so good? I just want you to know, if you're still listening to the stream, I'm not saying you're genuinely a shit person, but you might want to get some therapy and do some self-reflection. Just saying. Like, I'm not saying that for me. I'm saying for you and the people that live around you, you might make them happier. And that's probably worth it. I'm just saying, like, there's more to life than being a shit person. Although, I don't know. Maybe that is your daily existence. You got $1 an hour raise and a $1,000 bonus. So sad, man. So messed up.
Oh, estás ahí.
You got 5%? That's like okay, I guess. 5% raise. I just don't want... Look, man, I'm not saying I'm retired, but I'm not here to... When we do the political streams, you can go off full idiot. And I will be more tolerant then. But if I'm playing the game, man, like, just let me play my game, man. Where was the Super Tuesday stream? I'll be in better shape by November. It's just sad, man. The entire American political system right now is just like beyond sad. Please comment on Nikki Haley dropping out. All I'm saying is the Republican Party is as cooked as we are. But at the same time, like, I don't blame them. You've got the Democrats basically being like, please, please beat us. We're pushing for Joe Biden again for another 4 years. I'm not saying Joe Biden has been a terrible president other than the bombing comments he had a couple weeks ago. But, like, everyone that voted for him were like, all right, he's our one-term president while everybody figures out what else to do. And then it's like, all right, we're going to run him again. It's like, wait, what? Wait, excuse me? You doubt Joe Brandon's going to live for 4 more years? I mean, when I see him, I see somebody who is clearly very old. Very old. And mentally, to me, seems like he's slowing down. But he doesn't look like physically unhealthy. Now, he's got some of the best doctors in the world. If your hope and or bet is that Joe is going to die in office for whatever reason, I wouldn't necessarily count on it. I just don't. I wouldn't take that bet. He's enforcing Trump stuff like making the wall. As much as it pains me to admit it, as internationally vile as Trump was, he pulled us out of more military engagements than put us into more military engagements. Like, you would think looking at him like Trump would be like, hell yeah, fuck it, yeah. I got this big military. We're going to blow everyone up. And he didn't really do that. So he did drop the gigabomb, but he didn't drop anything on anyone, right? I had more money sent to me directly from the government under Donald Trump, and also he approved essentially universal health care paid for by the government. I'm not saying I'm his fan, but I am saying, like, there's a lot of stuff Joe Biden didn't do. Joe Biden was going to forgive all the student loan debt, didn't finish that. He also tried to overthrow the election. He absolutely did. He 100% did. I don't know why that's even a debate. Like, we all watched it live. He absolutely did that. I don't know why, like, why are we having congressional hearings on this? Like, we watched it. Like, you don't need an investigation. Like, were you not watching TV? He did leave the White House. He could have been like, no, I'm not leaving. But he did technically leave. There's no way, half-breath. This late? You think Joe Biden would drop out this late? I don't think so. Didn't Trump bomb the Iranian dude and then tweet the American flag? That is true. He maybe did take out a general. But it wasn't a full-fledged engagement. It was, compared to American standards, not as bad. Oh my God, are you suggesting the reason why the CDC has changed their protocols is because they're assuming Joe Biden will get coronavirus? That's kind of fucked up. Don't worry, it's safe. Crime Fridge, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Trump was a good president. I'm just saying, compared to the guy that we got in office right now, like, neither of them look great. Oh, we got everything we needed. We can leave. Goodbye. Who did more good, Trump or Obama? A lot of nothing happened under Barack Obama, but at least, like, I was able to live my life without obsessively being concerned about the news every single day. I'm trying to both sides the election. I am not both sidings the election. I just told you. My desire is that we have a candidate we actually want. Obama just didn't stop any of the wars. He had 8 years to stop a war, and he never did. Whatever. People take whatever I say out of context. It's fine. I'll be fine. Who did I want? Currently, none of the above. I'm like, I know everybody hated her, and she's politically much dumber than I thought she was, but I thought Elizabeth Warren could have been okay. I'd have been happy with Bernie. I know they would never elect Bernie. But Bernie or Elizabeth Warren were fine. Pocahontas? Politically, she is very dumb. And I cannot argue that. She has said and done some very dumb things. But economically, like, she's, you know, I mean, she's as qualified, if not way more qualified, than virtually any other politician out there. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be ageist, but she's also not like 80 years old. I prefer my politicians not to be 80 years old. At least, you know, the ones that are in charge of the United States presidency. It's just like kind of fucked up. I don't know if it's going to be in trouble on Twitch. Shut me down. But even if I was 80 years old, I'd be like, don't elect me. I don't want to be elected. I'm 80 years old. That's like the responsible thing to say and do. Be like, yo, why would you ever elect me? Like, I'm ancient. Like, I could die. Like, I would just be real about it. Like, I could die at any moment. That would be my thing. And then, like, you know, you got the transitional period. That's what a VP is for. But it's not like the president dies and, like, your VP's, like, immediately ready to go. Like, I'm assuming they get training and stuff, but you're still gonna have that transitional period. Bush was good. Bush and Bill Clinton together oversaw the repealing of virtually every protective law that we had to, like, help preserve the American middle class. It was like, it was a three-part combo. I don't think George H.W. Bush did much, but between Reagan, Clinton, and George W. Bush, they fucked everything up. Real bad. Probably the worst thing George W. Bush ever did is honestly No Child Left Behind. They really fucked you guys over, like, really badly. And it's not right. You deserve better. Our youth deserves better. Reagan was bad. I mean, you could hand wave away a little bit of it being like, well, he was senile. He didn't know any better. And you'd probably be right. He was definitely at least a little senile. You need a Roosevelt back? Well, I'm telling you, man, you don't want any of the Roosevelts that are out there running right now. Don't vote for any of the ones that are currently running. That's not it. I'm trying to think what else I want. Don't we have like this one? That might be kind of nice. I'll just do this. And put frost on? I don't really need anything else. Alright, this seems fine. I mean, I wish I could sit here and tell you, like, oh, I got the answer. I don't have the answer. As much as it pains me to admit it, like, I've got a degree in political science. Doesn't count for anything anymore. It's all just fucked up, man. Here's what I can tell you. Mathematically, we are, by design, a country that only allows for two parties. And our two parties, as much as you think they're different, and they are on some kind of important issues, are also basically the same, at least when it comes down to supporting the overbearing, crushing reality of our capitalism and the incessant need for number to go up at the expense of everything else. Everything else, I honestly do believe, is wagging the dog. The social issues they use to divide us, everything else like that, that's all stuff that's just done just to, like, distract you from the capitalism that we live under. Hey. And I'm not even saying I necessarily hate capitalism. It's worked out fairly well for me. But, like, we could have a little bit less. I'll take a little bit less. Like, we're at, like, if this is at 100%, I'll take it at 50%. You know, the top tax bracket used to be like 93% if you were making over $1 million a year. But here's the thing, Q Shinigami. And by the way, terrifying name. What the fuck, dude? Start talking politics, all the people with Q in their name start showing up. The way, just like the actual means by which we have our election, in that we are voting for one seat at a time, make it impossible, pretty much impossible, to have more than two candidates. I'm not saying there won't be a freak occurrence, but for the most part, you can only vote. Because you're going to vote either above or below the other one. No. Wait, what am I doing? I don't have my Gilly Man. I have my Temporal Mantle. Squid Vicious, I'm fairly certain the reason we are not taught anything about taxes in school is because, like, I remember there was a guy, and this is the funniest thing, it wasn't corrected, and, like, I sit and I just think about this sometimes. There was a guy in high school, we were taking an economics class together. He was working at, like, a little diner thing, whatever, flipping burgers. And he's like, I didn't get $1 raise, but that's good because that would have put me in a higher tax bracket. And I don't remember, I didn't know at the time, obviously. I was just in high school. Like, I didn't know anything about taxes and how taxes work. But I don't remember the teacher ever correcting him. Because that should have been like a very teachable moment where you're like, actually, you're only getting taxed more on the extra dollar. Not everything. And the insane thing is, like, I don't even get where the tax argument comes from. Because, like, I've looked up marginal tax rates in other countries. And a lot of times, they'll be, like, a little bit higher. But, like, in their system or whatever, they've got, like, healthcare, free education, their housing is affordable. You don't need a car because there's public transportation. And it's like, if you broke down all the costs, it's like the people that buy things on a credit card and just like never pay it off. Like, how much money did your $100 cost you? Oh! It stayed topped up. No! 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 Whoa, I'm scared now. Oh, it's a scary fight, man. I'm gonna play this a little bit safer, man. No! Hey, I actually dodged that lightning bolt. I'm not in my best shape tonight, Shup. It's not good. Maybe we'll do some variety. Maybe I'll log on to Breakers for a little bit. Cause I'm like shitting my pants over here, dude. Show us the other little guy? Nah, the other little guy is not nearly as interesting as my main little guy. Breakers is far more entertaining than Last Epoch. Sorry, Last Epoch fans. I love Last Epoch. I just don't think it's very interesting to watch. I think the way I did it, where I showed off a character for like 30 minutes, I think that's neat. Anime guy, thank you. Nice name, by the way. Big fan of anime. But unless you're also doing permadeath, it's just not going to be very interesting. And even then, like, the decisions you make about your build are cool. Do my enemies spawn invisible now? I, re-verified my Steam files, and it seems like it got a little bit better. Oh! That was a different attack than I thought it was. What the fuck? I actually got there. It's amazing. That attack does hit really hard. Wow, we didn't even see it limp. Crazy.
Buen trabajo. Volvamos a Celiana para seguir con la investigación.
Orochi Kirin? Orochi Kirin was in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I think it's a... Might have been in 4. You hate Kirin in World? It's a fun fight. I think Orochi might have been in base 4. Because I think isn't there a high rank Orochi Kirin? Next weapon, Charge Blade. I make no promises. I'm just saying whether it was a 4U subspecies or Nanamaki. I'm not saying, I mean, obviously he's in 4U, but I think he was in base 4. I'd keep playing World, guys, but I feel like my mental stack is dropping. I will play it a little while longer, but I think we got to switch over to Breakers at some point because I'm like shitting my pants over here. It's not good, dude. Let's finish upgrading these dual blades. We could do that. Re-add blow? You know, I was looking to re-add it and I must have just deleted it. And you know what? I apologize for that. You deserve better. It was, Jen gets one request a year, okay? And her one request a year was, can you not have that voice command? And look, I'm not here blaming the victim. But if you have anyone to blame, you've got to blame yourself because she came by. And you start playing the chat commands, and then she hears it. And then, okay, now it's in her hands. She gets one a year she gets to remove. That was the one. And before you get mad at her, I will have you know, she allows us to keep this one. So she is generous. I mean, she is kind and generous more than you'll ever know. So don't you get on my case, okay? She asked us to remove anus. She asked us to remove blow. So that's not a lot. And look, don't get me wrong. I like them both myself. I think they're both really funny, but she doesn't ask for much. Don't marry women, pee in my mouth instead. Cuttlefish? No, Cuttlefish is still there. You can redeem Cuttlefish. Here, I'll play this clip. Squeezing the Cuttlefish anus on their face like, oh, I got the juiciest one.
I'm going to blow you. I'm going to blow you. I'm going to blow you to a million. I'm going to blow you. I'm going to blow you.
They patched this out, by the way.
I'm going to blow you. I'm going to blow you. I'm going to blow you. I'm going to blow you.
It's the worst thing that they ever did was patch that out. That's the funny. You know what? We're probably responsible for that, by the way. I feel like somehow, in some way, our community is partially responsible for that feature getting patched. And like, I'm so sorry. You used to be able to cancel the voice line? So the full voice line from Vriza is, I'm going to blow you into a million pieces or something like that. But you could just cancel it to make it say, so he just keeps saying, I'm going to blow you. I helped keep that game alive? I mean, we played it a lot. Definitely. I like to think that in some small way I've helped keep Monster Hunter World pumping in all of like its downtime. I don't know if that's true or not. At least, you know, from a streaming perspective. I never have any idea how to get to him over here. Well, I gotta go up this way? If I add the full, once I revert to an egg, if we do add redeem egg, it's gotta be more than like 1,000 points because it's gonna be so long. I only really care about killing him. I don't really care about the shinies. Maybe we need a couple? Oh. It's not a wall. Oh no. Maybe one of them will run away. I could see myself dying. Like, in my brain, I see Nightshade sleeping me and Kulu hitting me with a super rock. I think it's a fun way to demonstrate the various weapons Joker's Playground. I think for a lot of people, I hope that these serve as like a reference for getting through the game with kind of like the lowest amount of stuff possible. Oops. Dashed right into that. Hard to get his little arms. Ow! Do you have any opinions or things you enjoy that might surprise chat? Like what? Like I secretly love Monster Hunter Rise and I have like an alt account that I use to play on? Top 3 dojins. I did learn Japanese so I could read dojin better. Honestly, not worth it. I'd rather not know the sound effects. How much I actually play Helldivers? I played it a little bit, but my early time playing it, it was very buggy. And I hate to say it, but like it kind of makes my opinion of the game a little bit less. Yeah, you play games to relax and unwind, not to like constantly be troubleshooting stuff. Like I shouldn't have to go your Discord server and fill out one out of like 5,000 requests to say, hey, my game is broken. Apologize to everyone I tried to gaslight about the sound effects. I will apologize. I will formally apologize. I remember being like, look, with a simple understanding of katakana and furigana and romanji, you could learn about what the sound effects in your dojins are. But you know, now that I'm past that lifestyle, I'm like, it's not worth it. Your imagination's better. I'll just say this. They go for the sound effects quite literally when they're making the hentai, the videos themselves. There's absolutely somebody out there that's trying to recreate the sound effects when he's like punching a bucket full of mayonnaise. Somebody out there greasing up a pipe, shooting a sausage through it to get like a some sort of... You're not a fan of the sound effects. What was that sound effect? Have you never heard that in the bedroom before? You're missing out. I'm a master.
Commando Jab just gifted one.
Commando Jab, thank you. I can create the noises now. I'm not happy about it. It's not bringing me any actual joy. Okay. It's looking for a Rathian. The most fun weapon in Monster Hunter World. There's a lot of really fun weapons. Light bowgun is the least fun. I think being a Foley artist would be a lot of fun, Noxella. Sometimes when I play video games, I listen to the sound effects. And like, I'll notice if they repeat a lot. I think it's really important to try and vary them up. The Schloom variations. I didn't even think it was that good of a sound effect. Everyone's out there telling me I'm a natural. It's very flattering. I love that guy in Police Academy. Rathian shows up a lot now, right? Says she's 3-star. So annoying. We don't want to advance the story anymore. I almost did it, but Rajang will show up. Something that's scary, though, is like getting into a career like that, you worry that you're just replaceable. Like, all the people that do, like, voice acting, like, it just seems terrifying. Like, obviously, if you're good, you'll keep getting work, but... You're at the mercy of other people doing their own projects. Come on, man. It's like all... Oops, all pink Rathian. Just looking for a regular Rathian, yeah. Elites, I don't know how we made it so hard to get jobs. It's because all the middle managers needed to find a way to justify their existence. It used to just be the assembly line, the workers, and then the people that own the equipment. So at least there was a clear division between, the capitalists and the proletariat. Now you got all these middle managers mucking everything up. We got it. Petite bourgeoisie? The aspiring bourgeoisie class. I'm still grateful for my own existence. I just feel like I got so lucky. I feel so bad for everybody that's actively getting screwed over right now. Like, any boomer that ever told you, like, oh, I just worked hard or whatever. No, they didn't. You could absolutely get a lot better. You can get so much farther in life by just being born at the right time. Do you think Shar is better than Safi? If you like using, like, the full 4-piece Fatalis, Shar is probably better than Safi. But I think the Safi weapons are better if you're doing, like, a mix. Like, if you want to run Frostcraft, they're pretty much, I mean, not mandatory, but they're way better. I mean, here's the thing, ManQuest. Like, I don't think people change that much. Like, I think people are working just as hard now as they ever did. There were some differences. Obviously, before the 40-hour work week, it was actual suffering. But it's more like things got better and then they got worse. That's the annoying thing. You know, you used to be able to get loaded at work, too. That probably helped. You know? You have a few drinks. People talk about having a couple cocktails at lunch. It sounds all right. Well, so, hold on. Before the 40-hour work week, it was actually way worse. In fact, my understanding is the way the 40-hour work week happened was it was an incentive. First, the labor unions were asking for it. And then Henry Ford or whatever used it as a way to steal employees from other auto workers. From other auto factories. And so it just kind of became an industry standard. The real question is like, it got better and like it's gotten worse because nowadays, I mean, look, here's what I remember. When I was working as a manager, like even at like a nice, like at a financial credit union, you were expected to work more than 40 hours a week. A lot of times unpaid overtime was there too. And then on the other end, if you weren't salaried giving up free overtime, they want to keep you at like 25 hours. So now they don't have to pay you benefits. What are we in the Guiding Lands for? We're getting defense augment. So it's like you're either overworked or you're underworked and like you're constantly in peril because you don't have benefits. And I'm sure you, with, you know, companies increasingly not wanting to pay a minimum wage, which has gotten really high, but I mean, I guess it has to. I remember 1 month working at the credit union, and I did something like $850,000 in personal loans, working like 60 to 70 hours a week. This is when like a good number would be like 150 to 300,000. For some reason, because I had a mortgage on there, my credit insurance sales was like slightly below the amount that they wanted. They didn't want to pay me my bonuses for that month. And I'm like, I'd get you the amount of lending that several people would get, and you don't want to pay me? Yeah, fuck you guys. That's when I stopped working quite as hard. I'm like, it's like, these people don't care. I didn't quit. I did eventually quit that job, but I didn't quit immediately. I should have. I hate to say it, but I just feel like the human resources class, when they get embedded too deeply in a business, is what kills everything. Yeah, no, my biggest mistake, Cassius Kent, was believing I lived in a meritocracy. At least when it comes to working for someone else, there's no such thing as a meritocracy. It doesn't matter how charismatic you are, man. If anything, I've said it before, you gotta be careful. You don't want to be too good. Because then, like, you get managers and stuff that are, like, nervous and, like, intimidated. Don't you run away. This sucks. No, I mean, the Drunken Walrus, you got it 100%. If you're working for someone else, unless they're cutting you in on the profit share, don't work too hard. That is 100% the answer. They don't teach you that in school. But unless you're getting a profit share, just do enough. Give chat a profit share? I do this for free. It's technically free. I guess no matter what, if you're watching, I get the ad share revenue. I should pay my mods double? I think that there are some chats where moderators do get paid. Some probably do. I mean, look, if you're managing like a 5,000 person stream, it's going to be hard to do that on your own. The funny thing, Pause, is you could work in, bust your ass, do the work of 2 people. But if you show up 15 minutes late, they're going to get all over your ass. Versus a guy that's there right on time and like works at half the rate. It's funny. 2 of the people they got rid of while I was a manager were some of our best lenders. They just didn't like them. Somebody in HR just didn't like them for some reason. That's weird. They were sex pests? One was an older woman whose husband was, like, actively dying of cancer when they wanted to fire her. And the other guy, like, everyone in town knew him and liked him, and he kept bringing in business. I couldn't, it just, like, makes no sense, man. They were incompetent? The managers, I was about to fucking pile drive you through the ground, man. I wish I could tell you, man. I wish I could tell you. The first lady wasn't the most pleasant person, but she, she did good work. I mean, she at least got her lending done. You can't ask for more than that. I mean, they did what you asked them to do. And then, like I said, the other guy, he complained, but, like, he still did his job. Who doesn't complain about work sometimes? He was still bringing in business. It wasn't like a nuisance. No, I promise you they weren't asking for raises, man. It was one person that just didn't like the looks of them. Whatever. The first lady, when they let her go, it upset me. When they fired the second guy, I quit. I'm like, this is bullshit, man. I got yelled at by some of my family, but I said, I'll find other work. No, I wouldn't have been next. I was fine. They had, and this is a little embarrassing, but I'll admit it. They had recently promoted somebody who had been there a little bit longer than me to lending manager, whose understanding of lending involved punching in numbers into the calculator until they looked right. Why did my family care? I mean, we had just bought a house. You shouldn't probably quit your job after you just bought a house. But I'm like, I got money. Like, I got plenty of savings. Like, it will be fine. And we were fine. And I ended up getting a job, and it paid a lot more. So it worked out. Like, I literally just got, I don't want to say how much, a lot, a big pay raise. What was my new job? It was a marketing manager. I don't know anything about marketing. I didn't go to school for marketing. I told them that. I said, I don't really know much about marketing. They hired me anyways. Fine. I did as much lending work there as I did marketing. In my time that I was there, they went through 5 or 6 different lending managers. And every time they lost a lending manager, I worked as the lending manager. I even applied to be the lending manager sometimes. And they're like, no, we want you to stay the marketing manager. But I'm like, I'm so much better at lending than I am marketing. It's like so confusing. It's like, I'm not doing that great of a job. Stay in my lane. They were having me spend money on newspaper and like parking garage ads. And I'm like, I'll have you know, like, I know a little bit about the internet. Like, we would be way better off spending money on creating engagement on social media than anything where we're putting these paper ads. It's so confusing, man. Whatever. I mean, that second job, that's the one where I was doing all the streaming and it worked out. And I'm like, well, I'm making about as much money streaming as I was at my marketing job, so. Oh, they absolutely, I mean, the CEO definitely wanted a yes man. He was a weird dude. Advertise my stream in parking garages and newspapers. I wonder what the ROI would be. Print out flyers, hand out flyers. And staple it to every tree. Happy I'm running dual blades back? I'm doing my best. I'm happy I worked those jobs because it taught me a lot about the common American economic condition. And I grew up pretty poor. And so realizing that everybody's actually basically broke means, like, if you work a little bit and you're not broke, you can feel pretty okay about that. But it's the average condition in the United States. People don't keep anything in savings. At least not in the United States. I don't know what other countries are like. The saddest I've ever been is I met a woman that for whatever reason, there was a holiday, her Social Security was delayed by like literally 1 day. And she's like, oh, I don't have any money and I don't have any food. I just didn't know what to do. Help her? I mean, ironically, like behind me at the desk, we had a box filled with food that was to go to the food pantry, whatever. If she wanted that food, she could have taken it. I mean, we brought it in for people to take. Install the McDonald's app? Yeah, I get it, man. You're right. What are we doing, man? We're just gonna summon the Rathian. Oh, so the excuse you can't take the money when you die, so you may as well spend it now? I mean, you should have enough money to know that, you know, if you got to make it a month or two, you'd be okay. What is that region lock on the guiding lands? It's so the region levels don't fluctuate. We're gonna summon Rathian. We're gonna kick her. Kick her butt. Also, it's more or less irrelevant how much money you make, by the way. No, you can't max them all. You can only do like 7, 7, 7, and then 4. I met dudes making $200,000 to $300,000 a year that were existing in like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in personal debt. I can't even imagine that. Like, where's your money going, bro? I'm sure you're paying a lot in taxes, but like, what are you? You want to hang out sometime? Like, you must be great at parties, dude. No, man, it's crazy. This is not tax advice. I mean, on one hand, Amatsu, I'm thinking in a very unhinged way. But if you always knew your next paycheck, your next month, you were going to be making like $20,000 or $30,000, I guess that's when it kind of makes sense. Like, fuck it, I'm loaded. I don't know. What kind of money? They were making a lot of money. They were making over $300,000 a year as a salary. I met couples the same way. They had like between them like $500,000 a year in revenue, and they were just like, one guy was like, I keep a coffee can I put money in so we can go on vacation. Because every time when we want to go on vacation, we don't have any money. It's like, what? Like, you could. You just like not spend it. You don't just have to. You don't have to spend it all at once. You're gonna be alive next month, so you should have money for next month. How? I think a lot of times they just like, a lot of times it's going to the bar or eating at restaurants. As insane as that sounds. Occasionally you'll find some really sad instances where it's like gambling, alcohol, stuff like that. But it's usually just stuff like that. It's usually not something debilitating. Other odd thing that happens, a lot of times, this is probably not true anymore. What used to be true is as soon as a couple would have a child, or they get married, they would get a new home, which is fine. You should get a home. You can. But then both partners would immediately get new vehicles. You just added an extra $1,000 plus a month in expenses for cars. Your baby's not going to care what car you drive around in, assuming it's got like a roof on it. The baby is the driver. The baby cares. I'm not saying kids are cheap, but like everyone has kids. And they all turn out more or less the same. You don't have to go so crazy with raising them. I'm not saying it doesn't make a difference, but like it's not going to make that much of a difference. Like, you ever see how much a baby eats? Like, yeah, I mean, they'll eat a lot, but like, they're still only like 5 pounds. Like, how much are they eating? Am I a pro? Get a house as soon as you can? No. I don't know. Well, first of all, it's hard to time the market no matter what, but we definitely waited to get a house that was the right size with the right down payment for us to get us the mortgage that we wanted. Because every time you switch homes, you're giving up so much of that money. Now, with the market being the way it is now, maybe that wouldn't matter. But, you know, when housing prices were a little bit more stable, you know, when you're giving up all those expenses every time you move is not great. We will be playing Dragon's Dogma 2. John, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, man. If you're trying to watch all the VODs, man, it's got to be hell. When you hit puberty at the same time as your brother, your mom was losing it with how much you're eating? I mean, even still. How much is 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese? Like $2? Nobody said you gotta fill them up on like steak all the time. Currently at my GU run? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Just watch the live content. Now I gotta tell you what to do. I got my house in 2015, half breath. The only thing annoying about my mortgage is like I got it at a pretty low rate, and so I couldn't find a lender that would refinance for a low enough fee to ever make it sense. But I wanted to. Oh, Morganak, it was scary. How many of you watch me in the shower? You're like the 3rd person this week that says you watch me while you shower. I mean, I'm not like offended or even weirded out in any way, but that's like, that's a lot of people doing that. I mean, I guess it's not that strange. I know there's a lot of people watching you while you're pooping. That's when I watch all my streamers. It's arguably a much more vulnerable state. Well, we're just gonna get some more ore. It's just like sometimes this defense augment, I think, has saved us from dying. It feels worth it. Poop while streaming, no death runs. Should we have like a countdown timer when to poop? We all poop at the same time. That's like serious cult behavior right there. The moisture sensor. I've been getting a little sweaty lately. I would be worried I'd get a false positive and everyone would be like, streamer pooped his pants. We get it? We did. No, I wouldn't ban anyone for it. But they wouldn't be... when we take the commemorative photo of us all, like, with our arms around each other, smiling at the camera, they wouldn't be allowed to be in the photo. I've canonically pooped my pants on stream by my own account. When has that happened? I've never... I need video evidence. Did I say it? Did I say the words, I poop my pants? That's not good. Which dual blades are you rocking? These are Frostfang. No, spicy noodle treadmill. I never pooped. Is that the price of the foot pedal every time I make Fatalis flame breath? Just a little bit comes out. I think it's time for breakers, man. If this Diablos doesn't show up, that's it. We're gonna play breakers. I'm tired of playing Monster Hunter right now. And I don't want to die. I'm 5'2"? You're banned. That's a little rude. And actually, you know what? You can go too.
Put him in a fucking bench. You might. Put him in a fucking bench. You might.
All right, we're gonna restart the YouTube stream. So sorry for all of you on YouTube. It's so hard to find the category. There it is. There we go. Yeah, I'll find. Hold on, I gotta switch. All right, YouTube, I'm killing you. You're gonna die. I gotta switch the category.